Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Josh, and in today's video we are going to be doing another stimulus check update for those on different Social Security benefits such as survivors, retirement, and disability, as well as an update for railroad retirees and veterans. Now before I get into the big update for today, if you wouldn't mind giving this video a like, a big thumbs up, it really helps with the YouTube algorithm in terms of getting this video pushed out to other viewers like you. In addition to that, if you wouldn't mind, leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know whether or not you've received a stimulus payment yet. It really creates a good conversation and kind of keeps people in the loop of who is receiving their payment and maybe who still isn't receiving their payment. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to quickly answer some of the questions that I received in my previous video. And the first question is in regards to disability payments, to Ssdi. And I chose this question just because there were several other people in the comment section wondering about Ssdi. And this question is from Robin. She says, Ssdi direct deposit, still no payment. Now on the IRS website, they say that for people on Ssdi, they began sending out payments the week of May 1st, and they're sending out these payments on a weekly basis. So if you still have not received your stimulus payment and you're on Ssdi, it doesn't mean that you're going to be left out. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be receiving the check. You're still going to be receiving this check as long as you're not being claimed as a dependent on someone else's tax return. We just unfortunately have to wait. I wish if I was the person in charge of these stimulus payments, believe me, you all would have had it the very second I had access to these funds. I would have Venmo'd you the money. I would have PayPal'd you the money. I would have directly deposited the money extremely quickly, a whole lot quicker than with the IRS is sending these checks out. So I wish they could send these out faster, but you just have to wait and be patient, unfortunately, and hopefully they get it to you as soon as possible. Next question that I had is from Regina. She says, no, I've not received my check. I have a payee and I'm on disability, and I have direct deposit and receive my monthly check here too. Okay, Regina, since you do have a payee, yesterday they actually mentioned that people with payees would receive their stimulus payments on May 27th. However, since then, I actually noticed that they amended that statement from May 27th to late May. So it went from an exact date of May 27th to more of a loose date, I guess, of late May. So we just have to hope that even though maybe it's not May 27th, maybe it could be a day or two later. So since you do have a representative payee, you should be receiving that payment sometime in late May, hopefully still right around May 27th. The next question that I'll be answering today is from Bessie. She says, no check on SSI. Now, Bessie, those that are on SSI should have received a check directly deposited on May 13th. Once again, that is straight off the SSA website. They did mention that those who did not receive a direct deposit on May 13th would be mailed out a check on May 15th. So if you did not receive your stimulus directly deposited on May 13th, then they should be sending out that check in the mail. So be checking your mailboxes, and hopefully within the next week or two, you should see your stimulus check in the mail. Next question that I'll be answering is from Colleen. She says, yes, I am a veteran with an autistic daughter. She is 28 and on SSI. Does she get a check also? And first of all, Colleen, I must say thank you very much for your service. I greatly appreciate that. Secondly, as far as your question goes, your daughter should receive a stimulus payment as long as she's not being claimed as the dependent on someone else's taxes. And the next question I'm going to answer today is from Sandra Santos, and she's asking, can child support intercept my stimulus check? And the answer to that is yes, these stimulus payments can be offset or lowered by past due child support. The next question that I'm going to answer today is from Rosanna. She says, I want to know if there's going to be a second stimulus check. Well, at the moment, there are several different proposals out there for a second stimulus check, but none of those proposals have actually passed yet. So we'll just have to wait and see if there will be a second stimulus check. There's no guarantees. And finally, the last question that I'll answer today is from Bobry, saying, what if I owe taxes? Will I receive a stimulus check? And the answer to that is yes, even if you do owe taxes from previous years, you still will receive the full $1,200 stimulus payment. And finally, I'm going to go over some very important information for veterans. This was just updated on May 15th off the IRS website. And straight off the IRS website, it says if you have not filed a 2019 or 2018 tax return and are not required to file, and you do not have a spouse or qualifying children to claim, you do not need to take any action. Additionally, if you are a veteran and have already filed your taxes for 2019 or 2018, you also do not need to take any action. However, if you are required to file and you haven't filed yet, then you should quickly file your 2019 tax return in order to be eligible for this stimulus payment. And finally, for the answer that we've all been waiting for, when is the official payment date for veterans? And again, this is straight off the IRS website. The IRS lists their payment date as mid-May, which we all know by the IRS standards can actually be anywhere from mid-May to late December, but at least we have sort of a ballpark confirmed date at this point in time. So to sum this video up, if you're Social Security survivors, retirement or disability, or a railroad retiree, the IRS began sending out checks on May 1st. So with that said, if you have not received a check yet, it doesn't mean that you're not going to receive a check. The IRS is sending these checks out on a weekly basis. So, for example, if you're on Ssdi and you haven't received a check, you're still going to get one. It just means that you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. They're sending these checks out in batches and waves. So hopefully next week you'll receive your check at that point in time. As far as SSI goes, you should have received a direct deposit in your bank or on your Direct Express card on May 13th. If you did not receive that on May 13th, they're going to be sending out checks on May 15th. So if you did not receive your check by direct deposit, then be checking your mailbox in the next week or two. There should be a check in there if you are eligible. And finally, for veterans, we finally have a date, sort of a ballpark date of mid-May. However, I did see in the comment section in one of my previous videos that someone that was a veteran did receive their payment on May 12th, which would be kind of in line with their mid-May date. So if you are a veteran, be on the lookout. Your check should be arriving soon. And on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. If you did enjoy the content in this one, you would like to see more like it, please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel for daily stimulus check updates, and until next time, I'll see you guys and I hope you have a great day today.